Hi guys, so I know it's been a very long time since I sat down to film a video, let alone a book haul, but it's happening today. Oh my god, I don't even know how this has happened, really. It's been so long. The reason why is because I haven't really been reading too much and also thereby not really buying too many books during my time here in Japan. I just haven't really had the time. It's horrible, I know. So the books you can see behind me are everything that I have bought in like the last 6 months, sort of thing. So that's really not a lot for me. That's like a month. A typical month. But no, it's half a year this time. So anyway, I'm gonna show you the books I got. I hope you guys enjoy this video. The first books I got are actually in Japanese. So now before anybody asks, reading in Japanese is like a chore. I can do it, but it's like sitting down and having a lot of work to do it. The first thing I got is obviously Detective Conan. You guys probably know that I love Detective Conan more than anything in my life. Well, not quite, but sort of. I think I bought this like in my first 2 weeks here, or my first week, just because I was like, oh my god, I have to. And then I realized I just didn't buy like the next one. Like I still don't have 86. And so the story didn't really make much sense, and I didn't even finish this yet, but I did buy it. Two things I love about buying manga in Japan. First of all, they give you these like protective covers, which they probably like, it's probably like really reflecting the sunlight now, so I'm very sorry. But I really like it because it just keeps them safe, nice and cool. And the second thing I really like is that they're so cheap. I think this was like, okay, it says here this is like 430 yen. That's maybe like 2 or 3 euros. For a freaking manga, we have to pay like 7 euros in Austria, so I'm so excited. I need to keep reading these and continue reading these because they're just so much cheaper here. The second thing I got is kind of the same direction. I got a Kaito Kid manga now. I already have the third one, I think, and this is the first one. When I talked about the third one, I already was saying like, I don't really like Kaito Kid because it's too like magical, it's not very realistic. Like the crossover parts between the two storylines whenever they like meet in the Detective Conan universe that are very like realistically kept very realistic, but this one is just kind of really random. I don't really like it that much, so I also just have it to have it, I guess. But I do have it. That's great. Great, Teresa. Good job. Good job at words. And the last book I have in Japanese is Sarashina, which is a book that my friend gave me for my birthday. Now, my birthday was in October, and I started reading it at the time, and I got like one chapter in or something. She said, like, I don't even know, I think it's supposed to be a children's story, but then somebody else was like, that's like a classic, so you're definitely not going to be able to read it, so I don't even know if this is like which one it is. Like, I guess there's probably two versions, like a classic version and then a children's version or something, but I don't know which one this is. And I also didn't really understand much of the first chapter, but obviously that was in October, so I should try and give it another go because I've definitely improved the Japanese, and I think I would do better now, reading it now. I'm gonna try. The next book I have already read, and this was a gift to me from my boyfriend's mom. She gave this to me for my birthday, but then my boyfriend like unwrapped it on Skype, on camera I was gonna say, on like while we were on Skype for me, and then he brought it with him when he came to visit me in February. So I only read it like in April or something. When did I read it? In March? End of March? Something like that. This is Liebe am Papierrand by Yoko Ogawa. She's a Japanese author. The book is in German. So it's kind of like, none of that is English. The book title, I don't even know what it's called in English. Like Love at the Edge of a Piece of Paper is like literal translation, but I don't know. Anyway, this book is about a woman who has problem with her ears. Like I think she can hear like everything like painfully loud at some times, and she has to like go into treatment for that. And while she's recovering from that, she meets a stenographer who she asks to write down the story of her life, basically. And she kind of feels like this weird attraction towards him. And overall, I really liked the book. I thought it was really well written, and I liked the way that it was translated as well. I think I heard someone say that Japanese German translations are better than Japanese English for whatever reason. I don't know. But I actually really liked it, and I didn't mind reading it in German at all. I really, really enjoyed it. The thing is though that the ending was kind of strange and I didn't really understand it. Like, I felt like it was supposed to be like a metaphor for something, and then it made me feel stupid because I clearly didn't get the metaphor, so I don't know. I really don't know. I actually wanted to like look it up, like Google just like what does the ending of this book mean, because I'm stupid and I don't get it, but I never ended up doing that. Maybe I should, because it's kind of weird. Still, I really liked it, and I think I'm gonna get this in Japanese as well, because now I've already read the story and I can like probably more easily read it in Japanese. Read it in Japanese. Wow, I can't speak English anymore. What is happening? The next book I got is the third in a trilogy. I went to a Kinokuniya, which is like a international bookstore. No wait, it's like they also have international books. Like there's basically no English books in Japan. They have a entire floor there though, like the Shinjuku branch. They have like an entire floor of English books, which made me so happy. So I obviously had to buy some stuff from there. And this is the one I got, The Winter's Kiss by Marie Rutkowski. I was so surprised when I saw this because I looked on Goodreads and it said that it was like when I bought this, the book was gonna come out like 2 weeks after or something, but I already saw this in the store and I was like, how is that possible? I don't understand this system. Like the release date is in 2 weeks, nobody's reading it yet, but it can buy it, so I bought it. And then I read it and it was really, really enjoyable. Wait, what did I think about this? I can't even remember. This is obviously the third book in the Winter's Curse, Winter's Crime, Winter's Kiss trilogy, and I'm sure because it's kind of a big trilogy on BookTube, I'm sure you've heard about it before. It's the typical like, oh, girl finds a slave, adopts him, that's not what you do with slaves, and buys him, and then they like start a friendship, whatever, not really, and he tries to overthrow her kingdom. The typical story. It's like everything. But still, I liked it. What did I think about this book? I can't remember my thoughts because it's been like a month. Anyway, I read this and I had it and I liked it, I think. If you want more of my thoughts on this book, I put up a review on Goodreads. I review all books that I read on Goodreads, so you should follow me down below in the link in the down part. I'm sorry, I had too much coffee today. I'm like, I can't think. The second book I got that day in Kinokuniya is Ice Like Fire by Sarah Rash, which is the second book in the Snow Like Ashes sequence. The third book comes out this year. I was so confused. I thought that the first book came out last year, but apparently it came out 2 years ago, and I read it 2 years ago, so this one has been out for a long time, but I saw it and I bought it, and I started reading it today, so I can't say anything about it, but I'm excited. I need something to like take my mind off studying. Sometimes like I just need a break, so this is gonna be nice for that. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. The next book I got, I also already read, and I was also really excited about seeing this at Kinokuniya because I love the previous books by this author. It is Prudence by Gail Carriger, the first book in the Custard Protocol. Gail Carriger has written this entire quintet of books in the Parasol Protectorate series. That it's been out for a while. I think she started like 2007, 8 or 9, something like that. And all 5 books in that are out, and I read them all, and they're really fun and enjoyable. Gail Carriger has this very particular style of writing that I find so enjoyable. She's so witty. Like, she's British, and you can tell, basically. I love it so much. And this is, well, the Parasol Protected Quintet. The heroine of that is Alexia, I think. And this is now about her daughter, basically, Prudence. And it's sort of like the sequel series. I don't know how many books there are supposed to be, but I think the next one's coming out sometime this year, so I'm excited. I'm excited. The next book I got is also, as you can tell from Kinokuniya, because it still has the like protective paper cover, which I also really like. I don't know, they do this everywhere and I really, really enjoy it. This is, let me just take it off so I can show you. This book is The Chrysanthemum and the Sword by Ruth Benedict, Patterns of Japanese Culture. This book was written during the Second World War. It was commissioned by the US military because they wanted to get to know the Japanese mind and culture better, to know who their enemy was, basically. So this is non-fiction, obviously. This book was published in 1934, but even like 80 years later, it is still considered to be somewhat accurate in describing the culture, and like it is, even at university, our teachers talked about this and recommended us that we read it, and I just saw it and I was like, I've been wanting this for a while actually, and then I got it. I am really excited about like fully reading this because I started like in the bus on the way home, and I was looking through and I was like, this is so interesting, and I can find a lot of parallels between this and what I've experienced so far in real life in Japan, and so I'm really excited about getting into this for real. I think I'm gonna do that in summer though, because I have so much to do at university right now that I can't really do any more like studying like this outside, but I'm so excited about this, I really am. And then the last book is not really like something I bought because I bought it, but I bought it like a year ago or something like that. My boyfriend brought this for me from home because I said I wanted a book from home, and I chose this one for whatever reason. This is The Hero of Ages, Mistborn Book 3 by Brandon Sanderson. I had like a phase last summer, I think it was, where I was absolutely obsessed with Mistborn. I read the first two in like way too short a time. Like they're about this size. I read them in like 2 weeks or something. It was absolutely crazy. I did nothing much else, and I think that's why I fell into this big reading slump where I just couldn't get myself to read the third one. Like as you can see, I started, but I did not get far at all. I got like 35 pages in, and it was just like too much. Too many long books after one another. I couldn't deal with it, and I was like, I actually really enjoyed this story. I want to read the third one as well. So I got it again. It's like a rehaul because he gave it to me. I was like, alright. I hope I'm gonna get to reading this soon. I'm gonna finish Ice Like Fire, and then I'm probably gonna get started on this one, I hope, because I really need to do that. Like, it's kind of daunting, but I really need to read it because I want to read it so bad. So yeah, that's it for my book haul, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I'm not really doing any book videos recently. I hope you're still enjoying some of my other videos. I promise as soon as I get back into reading, hopefully by latest this summer, I'm gonna do more book videos again because I really miss it. I do. I love BookTube, and I don't know, I just miss it. It's like a part of me is missing when I'm not reading, so that's definitely coming back. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna see you soon. Have a lovely week. Bye!